Hello, hello, hello. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rockets. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Oh, we've got to get rid of that. That's got to go. Hold on one second. Now, we have some thin clouds here in Columbus, Ohio, but hopefully it won't kill our view. Hopefully. Ah! If I could stop yeeting the moon. There we go. And I need to drape this cover. That way we don't have the pesky neighborhood lights affecting our view. There we go. That's much better. Mucho better. So that bright one that you're looking at, that really bright crater coming down into the center, that is Aristarchus crater. It is 1.7 miles deep. Much deeper than the Grand Canyon. And straight up above it is about where Falcon 9 is supposed to crash, supposedly. Hello, Flip. How you doing? Good to see you. We're out here with the crickets and the bunny wabbits and trying to be very, very quiet because I'm in the middle of my neighborhood. And if I get too loud, then one of my neighbors is going to call the HOA and be all like, what's she doing out there at 3 o'clock in the morning, bugging us and keeping us awake? I need to stop yeeting the moon. So that really bright one that looks like a teardrop that's coming down, that is Aristarchus crater. Straight up above it, you'll see two, that's Cardanus and Kraft. Cardanus is off to the left, Kraft is off to the right, and then right up above it is where Falcon 9 is supposed to land, and that is in Einstein crater. Oh, wow, that worked out great. I need some kind of countdown. Let's see if we can get my other phone here to tell me when we are close. So I have a couple of clouds that are moving through, but they should be pretty thin at least until 3 o'clock. If they're not, then there ain't nothing I can do about it. It's just going to be one of those nights. So how are you tonight, Flip? You doing okay? Two. 33 a.m. Set alarm. No, can't control the weather. Dagnabbit. Like if we could control the weather, this would be one of those times that I would control the weather of Ohio because it's notoriously bad for astronomy. I played a mean trick on myself moving to Ohio and then picking up astronomy as a hobby. El Stupido over here. Oh, you're in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's my old stomping grounds. I grew up in Morristown. Of course, if you're from there, it's Marstown. Yeah, all those clouds from Tennessee and Kentucky are actually on their way here. So while we're waiting on that, give you a lovely view here. So this really large crater that's in the center of your screen that's coming down, that is Plato crater. Just above it and off to the right-hand side, you'll see that straight line. That is Straight Range. Above Straight Range, you'll end up seeing that backward sea. That is the Bay of Rainbows. Hey, Tom, how you doing, my good friend? Long time no see. Long time no see. Good to see you, my friend. Tom, are you cloudy in Texas? Somehow I've lucked out here in Ohio and I've got just a few wispy clouds, but I'm hoping that this will continue. So Aristarchus crater, that bright teardrop in the center, it literally points straight up to where Falcon 9 is going to crash land tonight. Cloudy and trees, dagnabbit. There's just no love. I'm hoping that this weather continues, because if it gets any fuzzier, it's going to be an interesting view. I don't know if it's going to happen, but by George, we're going to try. I should have splurged and gotten a hotel further north, but I decided to be a putz and not do it. My fault. Gotta have something to wet the old whistle. So right now we have a lovely view of the Ocean of Storms. That is where Aristarchus is located. That bright one with all the ejecta lines that are coming from it, that is Kepler crater. Just a little bit down from Kepler crater, I've got it kind of in the center here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, Kepler crater is right off to the right-hand side. That next one that looks like a bullseye that's further left and a little bit further down, that is Landsberg crater. Now, if you use 2 fingers over from Landsberg, you see that area kind of looks like a misshapen smiley face. Right in there is where Apollo 12 landed. And then right below it, you kind of have like an upside down snowman. Ah! Stop yeeting the moon. Okay, so that upside down snowman that's coming down in the center of your screen right now, off to the right hand side, there's a much lighter crater. Off to the right hand side of it, that is where Apollo 14 landed. It is lovely. I love the crickets. They're singing for me tonight. There's Gassendi crater, looks like a diamond ring. Nothing but me, the crickets, and the bunny wabbits. Got 2 of them out here. Let's hope the skunks leave me alone tonight. A couple of years ago, I was sitting out here. I think it was like mid-spring or something like that, and I had a skunk that decided to come up and nudge the bottom of my foot at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't want to move because I was afraid that I would startle him and he would end up spraying me, so we kind of stayed here and played chicken. The frogs are singing there. Ribbit, ribbit. And then he became Astro the skunk because he used to sit across the way next to that little tree and listen to me do my lives when I used to go live on TikTok all the time. Those were some crazy days. I haven't heard hide nor hair of him in years, though. I think someone must have hit him or something. I don't know. Something happened to poor Astro. He didn't make it. So these 3 craters that are coming down on your left-hand side, the large one, that is Archimedes. Below it and to the left, that is Autolycus. Now, in between Archimedes and Autolycus is where the first rocket struck in 1959 by the USSR. And then right beside Autolycus, that is Aristillus crater. That's a lovely view tonight. Let's see. And right over there in the mountains on the left-hand side, right over there is where Apollo 15 landed. Kind of looks like the ass end of a fish. Kind of cuts into the mountains there. That's near Hadley Rill. Stop eating the moon. Stronger than I thought. So what are we doing here? Alarm in 34 minutes. It is currently 1:59. We are live. Right now I do have really clear skies. If you happen to go outside, if you look at the moon and then look south and off to the right-hand side and up just a little bit, that next bright light is actually Saturn in your view. And that's if you go outside and look up, which I highly recommend doing as often as possible. Actually really comfortable out here. I'm not hot, I'm not cold. This is like perfect weather. This happens so rarely. But it's a beautiful little night. So Tom, some call me Flip, is actually from Knoxville, and Knoxville is my old stomping grounds. That's kind of where I grew up, East Tennessee area. Of course, I grew up just a little bit east of there, which was in Morristown. Here's another lovely view. Ptolemaeus crater is the large one that's off to the left-hand side. And then up and a little bit beside us, that is Alphonsus crater. Above it, you'll see another one that kind of looks like a bullseye. That one is Alpetragius. And then beside those two, that one is Arzicle. Oh, and look at that view Look at that view of Rupus Recta, also known as the sword on the moon. Let me see if I can get this in the center here. Do you guys see the sword? It's coming down on the right-hand side, kind of coming in towards the center. You'll see the hilt on the left-hand side and then the straight line of the sword. That is the sword on the moon, also known as Rupus Recta. That is a fault line. And due to the moon actually still getting cold and it's still shrinking, areas on the moon are fault lines, and they will actually collapse in towards the center of the moon, and that is what is created that large fault line, and it's about 33 meters deep on one side. 83 and humid. Hummina, hummina, hummina. Oh, here comes a great view. Look at that, look at that, look at that. That is so beautiful. Just below Rupus Recta, that is Thebit Crater. And then just above it, that is Burt Crater. Above Burt is the next one that's about the same size. That is Nicolette. Up and to the right-hand side, that is Petavius Crater. And now we're going over the Marsh of Diseases. Oh, that is a beautiful view of Copernicus crater, not Copernicus, sorry, Eratosthenes crater, and Copernicus is just above it. Oh, you can see the moon through the trees now. Yay! Maybe you'll have a chance to capture. Maybe, maybe, maybe. But that is gorgeous. This bright teardrop that's coming down through the center, that is Aristarchus crater. And just above it, you can barely make out the very edge of, I believe that is Humboldt. I could be mistaken on that name. I know, I know. Every time I put my moon globe down, I forget something. You can't expect my brain to work all the time. It just ain't fitting. If it did work all the time, I would probably be like a doctor or something. Mine has moments of, oh wow, she knows what she's talking about, and other times, dang, she's just stupid. There we go. Take that down a little bit. There we go. Gorgeous. Isn't that Budamus? Well, luckily for you, Mr. Flip, you can see the moon through me and my Dob10 telescope. And actually, you're looking through a 4mm lens tonight. Stinking mosquito stuff keeps going out. It must be I guess it is a little damp out here. Keeps asking me if I want best sound nature. Dude, I'm not in it. Sometimes I wonder what it would have been like if our older astronomers, like from the 15th and 16th centuries, what it would have been like for them if they had had our equipment back then. Like, could you imagine what it would have been like for Copernicus or for Tycho Brahe or Kepler to have a phone and be able to share what they know about the moon? Is Tycho visible tonight? Let's see. Oh, yes it is. Okay, so Tycho is coming down through the center of your screen. Let's see here. That one that looks like a the word will come to me in a minute. Kind of looks like the center of a dartboard in the center. Target, there we go, there's the name. So the one that looks like a target, I've put it in the very, very center of your screen. And just above it and off to the right-hand side is Clavius crater. Clavius is really nice because it's got smaller craters on the inside that kind of, in a concentric manner, go from left to right and up with smaller and smaller concentric craters. Tell you a story about Tycho Brahe. He was this crazy astronomer from the 16th century. They do look like a donut, don't they? So Tycho Brahe, he was really rich. And a really nice king decided to give him his own little island that he built an observatory on. And he used to have this pet moose. And he would loan this pet moose out to his friends, and they would take it to all of these parties. And they loved getting this moose, well, inebriated. They used to get him a little tipsy off of beer. So one time, his rich friends called up Tycho, I guess in letter or pen, and said, "Hey man, can we borrow your moose? We've got a big castle party this weekend." And Tycho's all like, "Oh yeah, man, you can borrow the moose. You know, take him out, have a good time, whatever." So they come over, they pick up the moose, they take it back to the castle. And then later on, they're having this big, huge party at the castle, and they get the poor moose just tipsy drunk. And unfortunately, it made it up the stairs, but it didn't quite make it all the way back down the stairs. So that was the end of the moose. So now you know the moose story of Tycho Brahe. It is a really nice view tonight. I got everything cleaned today, cleaned all the glassware, everything else. So yeah, really, really view. David, how you doing, my friend? It is a gorgeous view here in Columbus, Ohio. temperature is absolutely perfect. There's very little atmospheric disturbance, which is that sometimes you'll have the way the moon kind of looks like it's waving at you, and that is atmospheric disturbance. And that's just due to the different temperatures in the atmosphere in between the cold beyond the atmosphere and it being much warmer. But tonight we don't have very much atmospheric disturbance, so excellent view. Let's hope this lasts, because I don't know. I've got clouds that are moving up from the south, so hopefully this lasts. You're so welcome, Stop Selling Secrets. So this view that you have right now, this is the very top or the northern part of the moon. And that is actually upside down to our view, and that is due to all the mirrors that I have in my telescope. It flips everything upside down and backwards. So what you're actually seeing here at the bottom is actually the top part of the moon. This is very true. Call me Flip. How long till the rocket hits? We have an alarm in 21 minutes, and it's supposed to hit in 22 minutes. Now, I've got my alarm set a little bit early, so hopefully I can set it, and then by the time my view comes down, then I'll have hopefully a good view of the rocket hitting, supposedly, if I can time it correctly. And that's a lot of ifs. Thank you. I cleaned all of my glass today. Did a lot of work in the background just so we could have crispy, clear views tonight. And I'm really, really happy with the weather. Yay! Alarm in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Now, for your view tonight, you'll see Aristarchus. It looks like that bright teardrop that's in the center of the screen. It's pointing straight up. And it will end up going in between those two craters and then straight up further to the edge of the moon. And right there, right about the edge of the moon, in between those two craters, that is where Einstein crater is located, and that is where Falcon 9 is going to strike. Harry! My good friend Harry, she's up in New York. I got friends all over the world, man. Sorry for Dad's old creaky chair. Dagnabbit. These skeeters are gonna eat me alive if I don't get this to stay lit. Mr. Citronella. Thank you. Harry, my citronella thing keeps going out. It's driving me bonkers. Stop eating the moon, Nicole. That is so annoying. Oh wow, you can actually see the dark part of the moon coming down. Do you guys see it? It's almost like a small little shadow that's called earth shine. That is where Earth is reflecting light back from the sun, back onto the moon, and it lights up the dark side of the moon just a little bit, but it's rare that you get to see it unless it's less than half of a moon. Now, off to the left-hand side, that long line that's going kind of arcing up, Those are the Apennine mountain range. And right within the Apennine Mountains, that is where Apollo 15 landed in Hadley Rill. Above that and off to the right-hand side of Copernicus crater, which is that really large one off to the upper left, there's another mountain range. Those are the Carpathian Mountains. And where is my timer? Oh, please tell me I did not. I think you did, you Egypt. Did you? Alarm in 16 minutes, so 17 minutes. We are out. So I kind of need to time this. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000, 13 1,000, 14 1,000, 15 1,000, 16 1,000, 17 1,000, 18 1,000, 19 1,000, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And that's what we don't want. It's me eating the moon everywhere. Juan Vidal, I believe is how you pronounce it. Hello, how are you doing? This is a lovely moving view of our wonderful lunar tonight. So for any newbies that are coming in, coming down from the center into the center of your screen, you'll see that bright crater. It kind of looks like a teardrop. It is pointing straight up. Where it is pointing straight up and through is actually where not Apollo, I don't know why my brain's going there, is where SpaceX Falcon 9 is supposed to crash land tonight. It will be crashing into Einstein Crater. And Einstein Crater is actually very close to, it's actually Carroll Crater, which was recently named by the Artemis 2 mission. They actually named a new crater right at the very edge of Einstein Crater. Now, this rocket is not supposed to hit Carroll Crater. It's actually going to be a little bit south of it and into the center, just to the very edge of the center crater of Einstein. Because Einstein kind of has a larger crater on the outside and then one that's a little bit smaller on the inside. Kind of like a double bullseye. That is our view, and that is gorgeous. It's so clear. This kind of reminds me of the night that I watched the lunar eclipse live. That was a nice live. I was out here the whole night that night. That was crazy. It is beautifully clear. I actually expected a few more clouds in this, but I do see some that are creeping up from the south. Hopefully it does not last very long and it's not very thick. Let's hope. Just everybody in Columbus needs to go outside and wave their arms south. keep that cloud down there. But hopefully it'll be just thin enough to where we'll be able to see something through it. That's what I'm hoping. Let's see here. We have 12 minutes. Oh, this is going to cut it close. This is really going to cut it close. I would love to go outside and scream, but if I screamed, I would upset all of my HOA. Then they'd make me move. and my honey would be mad. Get a couple of more views in here of these beautiful craters on the south side. Look at that coming through. Isn't that beautiful? There's the sword on the moon. Isn't that putties? Putty, putty, putties. Go a little bit further south. Let this come into view. Wow, that's beautiful. That is just so beautiful. I know a lot of astronomers don't like the moon, but I think it will always be my first and last love. Oh, there's Hell Crater. Now you know where Hell's located. See that large one off to the left-hand side just above where the comment section is? It's just now going into comments. Hell Crater is getting ready to touch right then. Stop it. Stop eating the moon. There we go. That's nice and crispy. I need some coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh, I should have put another ice cube in that. That actually burnt my tongue. That was painful. So pretties. What is our timing here? 9 minutes. We've got 9 minutes and it's still clear. Yay! Dad's old creaky chair. Now see that backward sea? That is the Bay of Rainbows. Just above it, that next darker area that's coming up, that is the Bay of Dew. Just us, the crickets. Bunny rabbits, you still there? Yeah, they're still sitting underneath the tree behind me. They must have a den there or something really close by because they kind of hang out there at night. What you doing? That bright teardrop, that is Aristarchus. It will point directly up to where Falcon 9 is supposed to hit the very edge of the limb of the moon of our view. Now, we actually see about 59% of the moon, and that is due to our rotation, it going around us, and also our different tilts and angles. That's called the moon's libration. Lovely view over the top of the Sea of Showers, or the Sea of Rains, or Mara Imbrium. 7 minutes, so 8 minutes out. Please, please, please remain clear. It looks like it might. It looks like it might. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe we will win this game of chicken with the clouds coming up. We shall see. So that is Aristarchus crater. That is correct, Miss Harry. Coming down through the center of the screen. That teardrop shape is pointing straight up. And straight up from that, you'll see two, they don't look like craters, they're kind of look like white fuzzies right beside each other. One's a little bit lower off to the right-hand side. The one that's a little bit lower off to the right-hand side is Kraft, Krafft, and then Cardanus is just up and to the left. And straight up in between those two is where Einstein crater is going to be located. Six minutes. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Hopefully, hopefully. Let's see if Robin knows what she's doing. Let's hope. Let's hope the old woman gets her stuff together. You're so welcome, Arts. Just a few more minutes. Stop eating the moon. Stop it. And this is exactly what I don't want to happen. Maybe I'll readjust here. Hold on. Okay. What is my timing? 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. So in 5 minutes, just 5 more minutes, Diane. Just 5 more minutes. And hopefully I don't eat the moon. I need to set it up just so it's just coming down right at the right time when it's supposed to hit. And that's going to be interesting. Give myself a little bit more time by shrinking it down just a little bit. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Four minutes. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Oh, I hope we'll be able to see some type of ejecta. Oh, please, Mr. Clouds, go away. I really don't want you here right now. Please go away. Don't do this to me. Dagnab you. Please be thin, please be thin, please be thin. They do look kind of wispy, so hopefully hopefully 2 minutes out. Now we're really playing chicken with the clouds. Dagnabbit. Really playing chicken now. Chicken. Okay, I think these are going to be really thin because I can still see Saturn. Oh, Saturn just blinked out. No, don't do this to me. Okay, we're getting ready to find out because we're getting the first bit of clouds that are going to come over. So we'll see what this does. Okay. There's our 1 minute alarm. And we've got clouds, of course. It's been crystal clear until they frickin' come out. Stay away, Mr. Clouds. We don't want you here. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. Oh man, this is gonna drive me crazy. And yes, I'm actually holding the telescope base with one finger, trying to give us more time. That is what we don't want. Is me heating the moon right now. And guys, I am not seeing anything. I don't see nothing. Nothing, no how, nada. Zip and zilch. Nope. It would have happened by now because it's 2:36. Yes, that is possible. It could be so small that we just don't see it. Because, mind you, what is hitting the moon is actually something the size of a school bus. And it's about 18,000 kilograms, I believe, is what I was looking up earlier. I just don't think... Yeah, I just don't see anything at all. I don't see any type of haze from dust, from ejecta. I just don't see anything at all. Now, again, you're dealing with an idiot that has a camera phone, a Dob10 telescope, this is definitely not a NASA view. It's always worth trying. And I've been amazed at some of the things that I have caught. But yeah, I'm just not seeing anything at all. Well, stop eating the moon, Nicole. Stop it. Yeah, we're actually getting kind of cloudy. But Saturn has popped out. You guys want to see Saturn really quick before I go? Let's go see Saturn. Hold on a second. There you are, you little jewel. There's Saturn. Now, I don't have the ability of dimming this down. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Off to one side. There we go. Stop that. Now, that little dot off to the side, that is one of Saturn's moons. And there's actually one just below it, too. Now, mind you, your view is flipped upside down and backwards. Stop eating the Saturn. This is kind of like trying to get a large barrel to get the very, very center of it onto a teeny tiny dot. But isn't that putties? Got some ring gap in there. That's gorgeous. There's actually 2 moons out in front, one just below it, and then I believe that is Titan, bringing up the rear at the bottom. And mind you, everything's flipped upside down and backwards. There we go. So pretties. Let's see. No. That is putties. There is lovely Saturn. Saturn is actually lighter than water, so if we had a big enough bathtub to fit Saturn inside of, it would float. It is made up mostly of hydrogen and helium. It is about 5.7 astronomical units away from us. Now, what exactly is an astronomical unit? That is the mean or the average distance in between us and the sun, which is about 93.1 million miles. So if you multiplied that by 5.7, then that would give you the average distance of Saturn from us. Now, all this month, Saturn is actually rising really close to the moon for the next couple of nights. So if you want to find Saturn in your night skies, look east. Right about 11:30, 12 o'clock, that little pinpoint of yellow that's in your skies, that is Saturn. And another interesting way to figure out whether or not if you're looking at a star or Saturn, stars flicker, but planets do not. Planets don't flicker because it's diffused light that is actually reflecting back from them. So they don't flicker, they don't twinkle like a star does. And I just lost Saturn. Hold on. Where did you go? Wow, you really yeeted. Oh, no, I didn't. That would be due to the clouds that just moved in. Damn it. We could go back to the moon. It's still shining through. There we go. Luckily, the moon is bright enough that it pretty much will shine through anything if possible, given that the clouds aren't too thick, but you can still see some of them kind of wafting over the front. You're so welcome, Belinda. Well, gang, that's it. We didn't get to see any dust or anything like that coming up. I will continue to check and see if there's anything from NASA or anything like that. If there is, then I will give them proper credit and create a video for that later on tonight. But that was our view tonight. We did not see any dust or any ejecta come up from the side of the limb of the moon, and I think that was just due to the fact that it was just not large enough to actually kick anything up for us to be able to view. Not with my puny Annie equipment. You're so welcome. I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate the likes. All the people that came in, appreciations. If you guys ever have questions, don't hesitate to send me a little comment or something like that. Drop me a line, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you guys so much. We're out of here. That's all.